The Bell Explorers is a YouTube channel known for venturing into eerie, abandoned places and uncovering forgotten stories through their explorations. But on October 30th, 2024, Bell decided to try something different, his first ever solo camping trip. What was meant to be a peaceful night alone in nature would soon turn into something far more disturbing that he will never forget.
So I've decided to go out and do a solo camp. I've never done a solo camp in my life. So it's going to be something different for me, a new experience and probably a little bit creepy. I'm just going to pick up my tent. I do have a story I would like to tell you. It happened to me when I was young. And it's a true story and it's creeped me out. Sorry, all the rabbits are running around. It's creeped me out all my life. And I've only just recently started telling people about it. So look forward to that one. Once I get set up in the tent and the sun goes down, I'll let you know about that story because it's quite exciting for me anyway. You might not find it exciting, but for me, and you can imagine being in my shoes at the time, it was ridiculous. So it's all fun and games. So I've heard there's been a few hauntings in the area. One story was absolutely great actually thinking about it. I'm just trying not to trip over. I always remember it. A guy down on the beach fishing and there's known to be a ghost. He's like an old fisherman type man because it's like a fishing village, desert. He's known in the area to walk around in like dungaree type trousers and, you know, like traditional sort of fisherman sort of dress, old school. And apparently there was a guy down on the beach fishing away and he was just getting to a point where he was ready to pack up to go home. And he turned around and see a bloke stand there staring at him. Bearing in mind this is in the dark at night time, not midnight. And anyway, he sat there, he sort of spoke to the bloke a little bit. The bloke didn't answer, he just stood there staring. And he decided that enough's enough, I'm going to leave. Turned around to look at the bloke again, and he'd gone. Well, this guy freaked out, and he's rushed back to his car. And he's jumped in his motor, and he was too scared that he didn't even pack any of his fishing rods up or anything. He didn't fold them down. He ran up to his car, crap in his pants, and literally decided just to open a window and stuff the rods in the window with them sticking out about 6 foot. As he drove off, snapped them clean in half on a telegraph pole. So yeah, it's quite a funny story. So we never know, we might encounter something tonight. You never know our luck, but I'm quite nervous about it because I've never done a solo camp before and this is my first time, so wish me luck.
The explorer began by sharing the eerie history tied to the area, a place locals call one of the most haunting spots in England. After a short walk, he picked a clearing and set up his camp, unaware that his first solo camping trip was about to turn into one of the most terrifying nights of his life.
Right guys, that's the tent all pitched up, ready to go. How exciting. It's only an old tent I had laying around, but it does me okay. So nice and quick and easy. So we are waiting for the sun to go down now, so I just suppose I'll sit here and wait.
Setting up camp on the desolate shingle beaches of Dungeness, surrounded by the decaying remains of old fishing huts and the shadowy outline of a distant power station, the explorer couldn't shake the eerie feeling that hung in the air.
Absolutely stunning. Look at that. I hope that's not rain over there, because that would be just my luck. I was working on a church. I won't tell you what church it was. I was working on a church, and what we was doing was, well, it was me on my own, digging out trench through the graveyard, because we had to put in drainage. because there was you know, there was a lot of flooding and stuff like that, so we needed some drainage in there. So I decided to put in a 4-inch drain pipe with a gully which would take all the water from the roof of the church, and dig a trench all the way down to the dike. And anyway, it was one sort of evening I was there digging along. I dug up a lot of bones actually. I've got pictures somewhere on one of my cameras. I dug up a hell of a lot of bones. I even dug up a jawbone with all the teeth in it. There was like 2 teeth missing, but the rest of them were all still intact. It was quite exciting, freaky but exciting. You know, it's not something you normally see is like a human jawbone.
As he was recounting a story from his teenage years, he suddenly noticed something. A tall, mysterious figure in a black cloak, holding what looked like a staff, walking slowly through the dusk. Within moments, the figure vanished without a trace. The stillness that followed felt heavy, unnatural. Sitting there alone beneath the darkening sky, an uneasy feeling began to creep over him.
And I see this guy walk around the back of the church. Now, I looked around and I didn't think nothing of it. It was really close to me, you know, like, I don't know, I would say 20 foot away, something like that. And anyway, I'm digging away and he's walked round and he's wearing this cape, right? It's a black cape. And he had like, so it was like a hood, a cape that went all the way down to the floor, and he had a big stick with a bend on the end. Anyway, I had a couple of shovels out of the trench, you know, like you do. I looked down, I looked up, and he'd gone. Completely gone. These flies are a nightmare. So I was getting a bit freaked out, and it started playing on my mind. I'm looking around all the fields seeing if I could find him, and I couldn't find him.
The atmosphere grew heavier, the air thick with tension. Trying to shake off the unease, he retreated to his tent, hoping that sleep might drown out the growing unease.
Because there's not a lot else I can do. I think I'm going to get my head down because it's now 11:30. So, what was that? Did you hear that, guys? What was that? What was that noise? It sounded close to the tin. I've got to go out and inspect that, guys. Got to go out and inspect it. Got to go and check that out. Because that wasn't very nice. That sounded a bit close to the tent. Can't see anything, guys. I haven't heard the noise since.
Crunching footsteps echoed across the gravel, slow, deliberate, and far too close. He froze, holding his breath, trying to convince himself it was just the wind. But the steps were too heavy, too intentional, to be anything natural. Heart pounding, he slowly unzipped the tent and peered outside, searching for the source of the sound. But there was nothing. No movement, no person, not even an animal. Convincing himself it was just his imagination, he zipped the tent back up and tried to get some rest.
What was that, guys? Shit. There's someone out there. Shit. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm gonna have to go out there. Oh, fucking hell. What's going on? Oh shit. I'm gonna have to grow some balls and go out there. I really don't want to. That was... That's shaking me up, guys. That's really shaking me up. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm gonna have to go out and check it out. I really don't want to. I'm shitting myself. That was... I can't see nothing. Let's put it down there, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, we're going on top of it, guys. What the fuck was that? Absolutely shitting myself. What the fuck was that? I can't do this, guys. I can't stay here. I cannot stay here, guys. I really can't.
At 2:01 a.m., he was jolted awake by something or someone pressing against his tent. Then, without warning, the entire shelter collapsed in on him with a violent crash. A surge of terror shot through him as confusion and panic took over. He couldn't tell what, or who, was outside, but with his heart pounding, he gathered the courage to crawl out and see what was happening. Grabbing his flashlight, he slowly peeked outside. But once again, there was nothing. No movement, no sound, no one in sight. It didn't make sense. If someone had collapsed his tent and run off, he would have heard footsteps. But there was only silence. Uneasy thoughts raced through his mind. Realizing that staying any longer could mean real danger, he made the only choice he could. He abandoned his camp and left, choosing safety over answers.
I ain't hanging around here, guys. I've left my tent. I didn't pack it up in the end. I'm sorry about the head torch. I'm not turning that off. I'm not turning the head torch off. I need to see where I'm going and who's around me. Because, this isn't very nice, guys. This really isn't very nice. I don't know what the hell that thing was that come down on me. Must have been a person. Must have been. I don't see any explanation. One thing's for sure, I don't think I'm going to be doing this again. I've even picked up a big stone in my pocket just in case. I'm not happy. I'll come back for the tent tomorrow if I can be bothered. I don't want to come back here again, if I'm honest. That was scary.
Without wasting a second, he left his tent, stuffing his belongings quickly into his backpack. He didn't look back, just started walking toward his vehicle, desperate to leave that place behind. He escaped without a scratch, but even after reaching safety, One question still haunted him. What had been out there with him that night? The locals speak of unseen things that roam those shores, and maybe he'd come face to face with one. The Camper Vibe is a channel run by Lou and Emily, where they share their van life journeys, camping adventures, and backpacking escapes into nature, always chasing the peace and freedom of the open road. But on January 4th, 2023, Lou decided to head out alone for a solo camping trip deep within the woods near the village of Pluckley. Her adventures usually bring calm and serenity, but this trip would remind her just how unpredictable and unsettling the wild can be. The Pluckley village is infamous for its ghostly legends and haunting past. Locals call it Daring Woods, a place surrounded by countless stories of strange occurrences and unexplained deaths. She arrived at the edge of the forest and began setting up her hammock.
Right, camp is set. I wanted to get everything set up before the rain comes, which is just in the nick of time, I think. But we've got the tarp over there, hammock, obviously, because I'm in the woods there. Very excited to be sleeping in the hammock again. Want to test out some new gear, so I've got my sleeping bag, some bits and bobs. If the rain does get bad, I'll probably move the hammock underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff out of the rain, which is coming. Oh, you get wet, get wet, get wet, get wet. This camera doesn't do it justice, but it is getting pretty dark now, so I best crack on. I want to get an early night because I want to do some proper exploring tomorrow. Gas. I haven't got any gas. Gas. Idiot. What was I going to cook without gas, you prat idiot? I don't be a knob. The owls are out already. It's getting cold. It's better, I can see a bit now. Oh bollocks, that's a meatball. You only get a few in there. Alright. Don't judge me, there's only about 4 in here. Maybe 5. You can't waste good balls.
As Lou cooked her dinner, 3 sudden sharp bangs rang out through the trees. She didn't seem to notice. Maybe she brushed it off as some distant animal noise. But out here, in a forest known for its hauntings, ignoring strange sounds might not always be the safest choice.
Anyway, not bad at all. Could have done with a bit more in it, mind. Now pudding is not that glamorous either. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see. A Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yoghurt, basically, chocolate yoghurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh, whoa. Get that fire going, I think. Now the rain, I think the rain stopped. Or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. That's a gunshot. I don't know if you'll be able to hear a lot of this, it's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming.
The stillness of the forest was suddenly broken by strange, distant sounds. What Lou described as faint children's screams, followed by the echo of a train. And then, a single, gut-churning gunshot. The noises seemed to come from somewhere in the distance, yet no one was in sight. And that's when an uneasy feeling crept over her. She might not be as alone as she thought.
That temperature's definitely dropped now. I've had to put my woolly hat on and everything, but this is ideal. Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Well, I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm tired, so I'm going to let this burn out in a bit, sit here and enjoy a fire for a little while, and then, yeah, head to bed. The hammock's really comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big bean? What was that noise?
As Lou sat by the crackling fire, the calm of the night was suddenly broken by a low, chilling sound. Something distant, unfamiliar, and wrong. A wave of unease hit her instantly. Every instinct told her to stay put, but curiosity and unease pushed her to investigate. She stepped into the darkness, trying to see if someone or something was out in the forest.
This is definitely odd. I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly, I don't like it, I'm going to be honest. It's not deer, like I know what deer sound like. I've spent so much time with deer.
After wandering through the trees, she found nothing, no movement, no sign of life. But that sound, it was too distinct to dismiss, purposeful and sharp. Trying to shake off the unease crawling up her spine, she returned to her hammock, hoping that some rest would quiet her nerves. But that's when things took a turn for the worse.
I don't want to turn the light on because I'm pretty convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
As Lou lay in her hammock, faint footsteps began circling her campsite, slow, deliberate, and too close for comfort. Moments later, something brushed against her tent. Scare surged through her instantly. A cold wave of fear shot through her body as she froze in place, heart hammering in her chest, silently praying for morning light. But maybe luck wasn't on her side that time.
That's just the owls. I didn't want to turn the light on earlier because I swear to God that was footsteps. That's just the owls though. This is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent. I'm sure I can still hear footsteps. And trains.
About an hour and a half later, the footsteps came back, this time a little farther away, but still there. Something, or someone, lingered just beyond her hammock. Summoning the courage she had left, Lou finally looked around to check, but there was no movement, no figure, not even a trace of an animal. So what was lurking in the darkness? The fear of the known is unsettling enough, but the fear of the unseen, of what might be lurking just beyond the darkness, is far worse. Then, just as suddenly as it began, everything went silent again. The rest of the night passed without another sound, yet Lou stayed wide awake, dreading that whatever, or whoever, was out there might come back. And when the first light of dawn broke through the trees, it felt less like morning and more like escape.
At first, I thought perhaps someone from the footpath had got lost and wandered in. That was the first time at 2 o'clock in the morning. When it happened again at 3 and then again around 3:20, I decided it's definitely not just a lost dog walker at that silly o'clock. So, yeah, don't know what it was, but there was definitely someone walking around this tent. It was no way was it a deer or a fox or any kind of mammal. The footprints were all wrong. Safe to say I did not sleep very well at all.
Still shaken by what happened, Lou later shared the experience with her viewers, explaining how she truly believed someone had been walking around her campsite that night. This wasn't like any other trip she'd had before. It was one that would stay with her forever. Lou was lucky to make it out unharmed because for her, the line between safety and danger was nothing more than a thin piece of fabric. Out in the wilderness, it's not courage or experience that keeps you safe. It's pure luck. Katie is a solo camper who documents her quiet, off-grid adventures in the wilderness. She's no stranger to the challenges that come with living close to nature, yet her videos always bring a sense of calm and comfort, transforming even the toughest moments into something peaceful. But this time, her peaceful getaway took an unexpected turn that made her leave sooner than planned. On August 6, 2025, she set out on another solo camping trip, venturing deep into the forest to find a sense of solitude and peace. After a long, quiet hike, she finally reached her destination.
Today we are going on a very cosy little wild camp. I've got the tent is back out. I'm very excited to use it again. I haven't been in my tent in quite a while. I've been using my tarp for a while, but hold up. I just found this lake. Okay, it's gorgeous. Do I have my swimming stuff? Yes. Am I going to go for a dip? Obviously. Why wouldn't I? Wait, I bought sunglasses. Okay, I'm going to go in. I'm really hoping it's not cold because I'm not very good with cold water. But let's dip. I've had my little dip, but I do need to get a move on because, well, it's kind of late. It's around 7 p.m. right now, and I'm chilly as well. So I need to get dressed. I need to go for a wander. I need to find a spot first of all to actually camp. I was going to try and camp around the lake, but there are no flat spots that aren't boggy. There's a lot of boggy bits, and the mozzies are a bit of a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and get dressed. I'm going to go on a wander and we're going to find a spot. Oh, it's cold. Let's go.
After a short swim in the lake, she was ready to choose a spot for her campsite. Wandering around for a while, she finally found the perfect place and began setting up her tent.
Lovely. Well, that is my tent fully set up. I'm going to go ahead and set my sleeping system up so I've got somewhere warm to go because my hands are still a little bit cold. And then I've decided there's a lot of branches around me, so I'm going to make myself a little chair and then we can cook some dinner. That's my plan. Let's go.
Once her tent was ready, she spotted some fallen branches nearby and thought of crafting a simple bushcraft chair. But while she was working on it, something caught her attention.
I can hear and smell a group of men. I can smell their cigarettes and I can hear them as well. So I'm just going to leave my camera on record for like the foreseeable future until they leave. I would be quite concerned if they came any closer. So I'm just going to leave my camera on in case, because if they come up, my camera's on, I'll be on the phone with my mum or something. I'll call my mum and just fingers crossed they don't come, but I don't really, well, I'm out here alone and building a chair. They might be harmless, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you ever are in a situation like this, put your camera on record and call someone. It's the best thing you can do. Oh, and maybe have a knife on hand. No, I'm joking about that last bit. Or am I? They're still not gone. This is it so far. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want them to know I'm here. I am quite camouflaged. But I have seen them. So if I can see them, they can most likely see me. Oh, I'm scared. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Anyone solo, if there's a group of people near you have every right to be concerned because they are quite scary. I don't know if you can hear that, but the scary men are now playing music and smoking cigarettes. Okay, if you're playing music on a speaker, loud, in a forest, which is very peaceful, and chain smoking cigarettes, you're not good vibes. If you can hear that, I'm sorry, because it's also ruining my time.
Not far from her campsite, she spotted a few men, smoking and blasting loud music. The atmosphere instantly felt off. Trusting her instincts, she quietly kept the camera rolling, just to be safe. Trying to stay out of sight, she kept herself busy with her chair, but the uneasy feeling in her chest only grew stronger with every passing minute.
That I've got my chair finished, I do believe it's time for some dinner. An update on the men. They are staying over there, probably about 50 metres away from me. They came over to say hello. They said they saw a light, which is this light. And they said hello, invited me for beers and for dinner. I said, no thank you. Yeah, hopefully all is good. I'm sure everything will be fine. First of all, I don't drink, so, like, I just said, sorry I don't drink, but, and I've had dinner already, which I haven't. I'm just making my dinner now. I don't really encounter people often. It's not a common occurrence. They're also still playing music, which is kind of annoying. Ooh. Well, never mind. Let's get some dinner on, shall we? I'm absolutely starving. Okie dokie, mushroom soup is ready. Turn the gas off. Oh, it smells good. It's most definitely going to burn me. Croutons first. Croutons time. Oh, croutons with soup. Oh, there's nothing better than sitting with your hands around a warm drink or meal. It's just so nice. But I'm gonna just finish this up quickly. It's quite hot right now, so I'm gonna eat some croutons, let this cool down, have it, and then I'm gonna get in the tent. I'll see you in there.
As night fell and Katie settled into her tent, the music kept echoing through the forest loudly. She slipped on her earphones, hoping to drown it out, and with that, the uneasy feeling also grew heavier. By midnight, the sound became unbearable, and with her instincts kicking in, she knew staying any longer could be dangerous.
Right, well, I'm in my bed now. Oh, I'm quite impressed with my chair, actually. It's very comfortable. It wasn't difficult to make, and I know how to make it the next time now, so it'll be a lot easier. But I think I'm going to head to bed. Definitely going to need some earplugs, because there are some idiots in the forest right now playing trance music at almost 10 o'clock. Well, it is currently around midnight right now. I've just packed up my bag and my tent because I don't know if you can hear that, but the music is really loud. I don't feel safe here, so I'm gonna head back to the car now. I'll see you there. Well, I am back at the car. It is around 12:30, pushing on 1 a.m. right now. I'm really disappointed that I had to leave, but safety-wise, I'm very glad that I made the decision to leave.
Katie made the choice to abandon her campsite. Quietly, she packed up her tent and gear, careful not to make a sound or draw attention. Once she made it back to her car, a wave of relief washed over her. This wasn't the peaceful escape she had hoped for, but it was a quiet reminder that isolation and safety don't always go hand in hand. Whether those men had good intentions or something far worse, she would never know. But alone in the middle of nowhere, with no one around for miles, their presence was enough to make her feel unsafe. In the end, trusting her instincts might have been the very thing that kept her safe. Because out there in the dark, it might be the only thing standing between you and something far worse. Meet Gaz, the adventurous outdoorsman behind the popular YouTube channel Grizzly Gaz. With a passion for wild camping and exploring the great outdoors, Gaz takes his viewers on thrilling journeys through the UK's most rugged landscapes. But in this particular clip, his journey takes a dark turn as he stumbles upon a deeply unsettling discovery while wild camping, leaving him visibly shaken. Gaz settles into his new adventure, relaxing in his hammock and playing with his loyal bulldog Fendi. After a fun-filled afternoon, he heads out to gather firewood, getting ready for a cozy night under the stars.
Fendi, leave it. Alright, don't. Oh, that's effortless. Loving that. That'll do. Right, let's hope this stick chopper works. Oh, we've got beetles in here.
As the fire crackles to life, Gaz starts cooking his dinner, savouring the tranquility of the surroundings. The peaceful night atmosphere is just what he needed. A perfect escape from the hustle and bustle, with nature's serenity wrapping around him.
Well, there we go. Why is it every time you move, smoke always follows you? There we go, get rid of that. Ooh, that steam's hot. Let's get that off. I knew those pouches that these come in would come in handy. Now I need to find me spoon. My new spoon. Titanium one. I'm going up it well, that.
Gaz was enjoying a perfect night in his tent, Everything around him seemed calming and relaxing. He was savoring every moment of peace. But suddenly, something unsettling happened. Strange noises echoed through the night, drawing his focus.
Hello? Bro, this fucking tap.
Gaz was startled by strange noises, like someone crying constantly. Curious and concerned, he exited his tent to check if someone needed help, but found no one. The noises eerily stopped as he stepped out. He returned to his tent, ready to settle in, but the unsettling voice started again, sending chills down his spine.
Hello?
Gaz scanned his surroundings, desperate to pinpoint the source of the haunting sound, but there was no visible presence. The creepy crying seemed to emanate from all directions, heightening the sense of unease. The uncertainty was unnerving. Was it a person or something far more sinister lurking in the darkness?
Nope. 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 Hello?
The camera suddenly jerked violently, as if shaken by an unseen force, perfectly syncing with the eerie crying sound that started again. Gaz's visible unease hinted that he was experiencing something inexplicable and terrifying.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Realizing the gravity of the situation, Gaz swiftly gathered his belongings and made a hasty exit, prioritizing his safety above all. His decision to leave was prudent, as lingering longer could have led to unforeseen and potentially life-threatening consequences. A chilling clip from the YouTube channel PC3 Media captures two men venturing into the dark woods of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. At first, the footage seems harmless, but it takes a sinister turn, plunging the viewer into an unsettling atmosphere. The woods, once a tranquil backdrop, become a foreboding and menacing presence, leaving the viewer wondering what lurks in the shadows.
In the UP of Michigan, we're gonna survive for a couple days out in the wilderness.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
we're in for some pretty cool stuff. I'm hoping we see some animals
Some
that you would
wildlife.
normally see. Yeah, wildlife, and To be honest, I'm not really sure what to expect. It's like, I don't even know. It's like maybe 4 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
It's really freaking cold.
And I brought the camera just in case we see anything cool.
Oh yeah.
The video started pretty normally, with the two of them excited to camp in the woods, hoping to see some sort of animal or something interesting, totally unaware that they might experience something truly terrifying.
That like, I don't... You hear that?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't think I've ever heard that before. Should we keep going?
I mean, we can't really turn back, can we?
Yeah. Hair on my neck is standing up, dude.
Maybe it
What
was a rare bird or something.
Yeah, red bird.
Maybe we're really lucky, you know?
Yeah, I mean, normally they've all migrated by now. I'm not really sure what we'd be hearing out here. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, here we go. This is a nice
Oh, yeah.
nice clearing. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. We don't really have much of a light, but yeah. That looks really good. There we go. Well, see you guys.
You guys, when we set everything up.
See you guys when we set everything up.
Suddenly, they heard something they had never heard before. An eerie, strange sound that was unexplainable, and they couldn't determine where it was coming from. At first, both of them were scared of the sound, but as the noise vanished, both of them continued their journey and found a spot to set up their camp. They settled in their camp for rest. As time went on, suddenly they were awakened by something. Unknown of this, hiking will be the biggest mistake of their lives.
It's really early in the morning. I don't know where Jackson is. I think he's just going out to the bathroom. But yeah, just woke up, heard some weird noises, heard the tent rustle. I'm hearing some feet, like something rustling around, but I think it's probably just Jackson. All right, I'm gonna try and go back to sleep.
In the stillness of the night, Otto was jolted awake by an unsettling silence. Otto thought Jackson was huddled outside the camp, eerily making all these noises, when something unbearably expected happened.
It's like 3 in the morning right now, and Jackson's not back yet, and I'm getting a little worried. I'm hearing a lot of like rustling and like screeching, and just kind of like, it sounds like something's pacing around our tent, and I'm worried something got him. So I'm gonna go out and check and see if he's out anywhere out there.
Yo.
Otto.
Jackson?
Otto.
Hello? You out there?
There?
Yo, is that you? Hello?
Oh.
Jackson?
Is it him? Oh my.
It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. It's not Jackson.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
His search for Jackson quickly turned into a desperate bid to uncover the truth. But what he stumbled upon was a living nightmare. The strange noises that echoed through the woods initially seemed harmless, but they soon evolved into a cacophony of terror. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. The sounds weren't coming from Jackson, but from something far more sinister. Otto's eyes widened in horror as he caught a glimpse of the creature, its presence seeming to draw the very life out of him. The creature's attack was swift and merciless, sending Otto sprinting for his life. The woods were filled with his agonized screams, a chilling testament to the terror that was unfolding. The camera captured the aftermath, but the true horror remained unseen, leaving behind only haunting questions. What was the creature that attacked them? And what ultimately happened to the hikers? The mystery remained shrouded in darkness, forever etched in the annals of unexplained terror. If you enjoyed our video, then like and comment which encounter was the most disturbing, and subscribe our channel for more disturbing content.